today? Oh my goodness. I feel like I look a little extra professional today. I might have to wear black more often. Anywho, you all, I know that I had the initial outreach that I was going to go live in a few minutes, and then life happened, and I had to go take care of a little detail that I actually pre-planned and forgot I had planned. So my bad, mea culpa. Hi there, sweet pea. So yeah, today is just a kind of a late start to the to the party, but it's okay. I know it's early. I have the live that's going on tonight, so even if you don't catch this, you'll be able to catch it later and then catch the other live, so there'll be lots of catching. So while I'm letting people come and visit, while I'm letting people come in and my little ticker kick up, I'm gonna find me my smell goods, because I don't feel complete without the aroma in the air. And which do I want today? I have several that I'm just like, I've been feeling the need for grounding, so I'm using a Queen of Pentacles spray that I got when I was at the Northwest Tarot Symposium in Portland, and I was impressed by this one. We were trying to figure out the name. Is it like a centaur or a Kaylani? A beautiful woman who made a Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Cups sprays and oils, and I purchased a few of hers, and I love being able to use them from time to time just to kind of embody the energy of that particular suit. So yeah, I'm using Queen of Pentacles because I feel the need to be grounded today. Today I'm a little bit spicy, I'm a little bit bitey. And so I'm trying to hold my claws back. I'm trying to hold the teeth back. So if I'm a little extra, forgive me. Forgive me. All right, sweet peas. So what I wanted to chat with the few of you that have shown up so far is these goals. Just a little bit ago, I posted on the business page about tell me one of your goals. That was what I wanted to know. I just kind of wanted to get to know what your goals are, what your ambitions are. And I loved seeing, hi Kira, I loved seeing what everybody was planning in their life and their daydreams, and I loved seeing it. And I followed up every person who commented what their goal was. I followed up with, what are your plans to make that happen? And what I saw was something that was really interesting that I wanted to touch on today, which was some people had elaborate, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I've got this. I'm like, yes, go you. And then there was a few that was and I'm like, oh honey, we need to have a game plan, a strategy, a process. We need to have something in place so that your goals can go from just phantom little daydreams to things that actually happen. And my family is notoriously good at goal smashing. We joke about it frequently, and I feel like it is the primary reason why my family's life is constantly changing. Every year is different than the year prior. I'm so proud of my family for doing that, but it's not just woozle magic. Oh, I thought good things and then they happen. We are pretty strategic and pretty action focused, pretty game plan centered, so that these daydreams that up in our minds, we have process in place so that we can make them happen. And so I wanted to share a little bit of that so that you can walk away with a identifiable plan to make these wonderful dreams, these wonderful daydreams that everyone has been creating and talking to me about, so that they can happen. They can happen. And so I feel like it's best to break it down into first, did you know? First, did you know that what is it, a statistic I just read a minute ago, that 80% of people who have daydreams or fantasies or wishes do not write them down. That was 80%, and it was through a Harvard business study that was conducted, I believe in 2018 is what I read. And that was just flooring to me. And it had further statistics, and I'm totally gonna find the study and then share the study with you, because I actually love practical statistical numbers. I'm still a science major. My bachelor's degree was industrial design. I like tactile. So for me, seeing the statistics about goal setting and how likely a goal is to be accomplished just through the act of writing it down was so much more than if you didn't, or if you just kind of phantomly kept it in your mind. There was something about the physical act of writing your goal down, or creating a project of your goal, or, there's a million ways in which you can write your goal down, but the physical tactile work of writing it increases the likelihood that this idea, this daydream is going to come to fruition. So I guess for us and my family and what we do is at first we allow ourselves to dream the wildest dreams that we can come up with. And that is like the biggest thing that I would love for everyone to do and to continue to do, if it's not in journaling, if it's just daydreaming, whatever their like fantasy would be. If they could have like anything and money was no option. Ooh, there it is. You see, that's how we do it, at least how I do it, is if money was no option, what is something that you would daydream about or have or go do? Like, I would love, maybe that's another, like one of them posts I'm going to throw up is like, if money wasn't an option, what would your work be? There we go. Actually, that's a great question for you all that is still here with me. If money was no option, what would you be doing right now? Like, money wasn't an option, or money wasn't a factor, money wasn't a problem, money's not even in the questions because life is abundantly wonderful for you just exactly the way it is, blah, 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 blah. If money wasn't an issue, what would you be doing right now? Like, right now. And so totally tell me. I want to like actually see these comments come in. So think for just a quick second. It's the first thing that comes to mind is the best answer and it's the right answer for you. So tell me real quickly, and I'm going to keep an eye on these comments. I want to see these comments come in. If money was not an option, not a problem, not an issue, money wasn't a factor, what would you be doing right now? Because that's your wildest dreams talking to us. That's your wildest like ambitions coming to fruition. Bookstore and healing classrooms in the back, similar to like the Rabbit's Pantry, wasn't that, Candace? Kalir was like traveling the world on a yacht. Oh, honey. Yes, give me a yacht in Capri any day. And actually, that may be the new one on the list. Do we have any others? Kaylani wants more babies. So if money wasn't an option, she'd be having more babies. Go in, honey, go in. Oh my goodness, do we have any other like wildest dreams? Yep, the Rabbit Pantry stuff, Candace. I still think that's a possibility for you. It feels like from what I witnessed, there's the restaurant portion needed more management experience. But that's just, from a looking back 2020 vision, But anywho, it's neither here nor there. Glenda on an island somewhere. See, that's actually not so bad. So Brooke, oh, hey, Brookie Pants. Brooke would be an artist, a clothes designer, a jewelry designer. Honey, you can do that now. Like, you can start doing those kind of activities the second. Like, no one said that it has to be perfect kind of situation for you to be an artist, to be a clothing designer and a jewelry designer. And this thing is that all starts with paper. And I know that because I was a designer. So it all starts on paper first. A sketch and you shall be. There we go, Brookie. So sketch, so shall you be. There you go. You love being at home with the kids. If money wasn't an option, you'd be at home with the kids. Understood completely. So I love that we are digging into that. Like the whole, like if money wasn't an option or wasn't a factor, these are your daydreams. And so for me, what we do when we go in daydream mode is that we then start to break that daydream down into workable, measurable chunks. So we find out what needs to occur so that that daydream can be possible. So Brooke, you just mentioned artist, clothing designer, jewelry designer. What needs to happen for you to do that? Is it skill? Okay, skills can be attained anywhere. Is it resources? Is it paper? Is it motivation? Is it inspiration? Is it ideas? Like there's so many ways that can be started. So it's just like breaking it down into little chunks. Who was another one that we saw? Watamba, you said being at home with the kids. What needs to happen for that? Is it working from home? Is it a bigger income? Is it, like once you have your idea and you break it down into workable chunks, you can then start to measure exactly what by when. Because a daydream can't be a goal until you know what it is and by when. Because I can say, I want a castle. I want a castle. Oh, I want a castle. I want a castle so bad. That's a whole other topic though. I want a castle, but if I break it down into workable chunks of, I want a castle by the time I'm 60, that gives me a what by when. And then I can start breaking that down into workable chunks. Okay, so where are the castles at in this world? How are other ways in which I can get castles? How can a castle be built? Maybe there's another way. Maybe there's a pre-loved castle down the road that I didn't know about. Like, once we know what by when, somebody sent me that laughing emoji and that was so like, yes. Once we know what by when, that structures our daydreams into a tangible reality that just shoots up the likelihood of that coming into reality for you. And I think it's, oh my God, it is the reason why things get done in this house. So every daydream that we have, living a life on my own terms, I know what that looks like. I know what needs to happen for that to happen. And then I have goals that are what by when. And so having that clarity, even just in your mind starts to, the universe starts to, spirit starts to, whatever you want to use, starts to line up to help you make those things happen. Next thing you know, I bet you anything, just because I said I want a castle, there's going to be some like random castle things showing up in my environment that's going to help us line that up, or help my family line that up for me. And in what we do with our goals, or this family anyway, is that we get damn specific. So any goal that you have, it is so much more likely going to happen for you. Owning my idea for a lounge in California and doing YouTube. Doing YouTube is doable today, so you have no excuse on that one. And then owning your idea for a lounge, you can start like price app. And just even having the numbers in your mind can start you kind of game planning in that direction. But getting clear, getting specific. When we say, oh, I just want more money, you can have $2 handed by me to you, you have more money, but that's not what you were thinking. And so specific about exactly what you're looking for. Like, I love that we just, hi Cynthia, lounge. Now's a wonderful time to actually like maybe create the lounge concept on paper, create a business plan for that lounge, maybe start shopping that lounge. Ooh, my wife is so good at derailing all my thoughts. Like, I know that's a little bit TMI, but like I'll be in a mom, then she'll touch my hand and it's gone. She texts me, poof, thoughts gone. Is being specific. I know I just threw that kind of harping now. Being measurable is, how do you know your goal? Unless I want to lose weight, great, I want to lose weight, but I want to lose a specific amount of weight. That's one that we know pretty frequently. If I want money, a specific amount. If we want whatever it is that we want, be specific, be clear, and be measurable. So when you've hit it. And I bet you anything, y'all have heard me say that either on the lives or through some of the posts or even some of the back and forth conversations that I've had with you all. The thing that this family does, or at least in my experience of us, that I feel like is really, really useful, is that we go out of our way to create certainty about the goals that we have. And so it's not just believing that it's possible, because yeah, that's a big part too. You can't really throw out an ambition and then like, shit ain't never gonna happen. You might as well just call it good. But creating certainty that it will happen by also, one, yes, knowing, two, also measuring like we just mentioned, but also we don't leave the table. We don't leave the seat that we're in. We don't leave whatever space we're in until we have taken one step forward in the direction that we're aiming for. So maybe if I'm upset about my pants being a little bit tighter this week or this month or what have you, we are pre-scheduling a week of, I'm going on a walk with my wife, I'm going for a run with my wife. Thought it was my connection. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. If the connection's bad, I'm sorry. Still going on my end. It still says live for me, so I'm hoping it's still doing okay. But we don't leave the table unless there is like at least one thing put in motion that kind of continues the momentum for us. So if it's making that phone call, making that appointment, reaching out to that one person that you have so again, it's all taking those phantom ideas that we have and solidifying them, making them real. And if you're not able to, then you start to realize that. And then you start to notice, is this a dream that I actually want? Like when your dreams get a little bit real, you start to You start to get really like certain about like, ooh, do I really want that? Do I want that anymore? Because you can have a dream from a million years ago that you wanted for a long time, and so it's easier just to keep wanting it. But what if your style has changed? What if your ambitions have changed? What if your daydreams have changed and they no longer meet up? You can also be happy with your goal, not what I thought it was going to be, and I need to leave. So improbable too. It is no one's judging, and the people who judge, fuck them, who cares? But the whole point is not leaving where you're at until you've taken one step to move forward in that goal. So I hope that raise up the when you go into daydream mode